boys and girls. Today, for your science activity, you're actually going to do a science lab. You're going to actually paint, color, or draw an image of the sky at a specific time of day. And make sure you include accurate details, including color and the position of the sun in your sky painting. So, some materials that you will need will be your sky pictures, which I'm going to show you, paper, watercolors, paint, colored pencils, crayons, or markers. You can also add to that outdoor materials such as leaves, sticks, and pebbles. So you get to choose a sky picture for your favorite time of day. So let's look very closely at the pictures to identify shapes and colors and details that we see as we look at each picture. So in this picture, we see a sky picture. It looks like it's at dusk when it's getting ready to turn nighttime as the clouds begin to turn really dark, which is a really beautiful picture. Let's look at the next one. And then all of the other shapes are shadowy. So they're like black with buildings and trees. Everything has a shadowy picture, a shadowy effect. So you could use like a black crayon or a black marker to draw that part. And then you could go back and paint the background with the dark clouds and the sun down at the bottom as a setting. In the next picture, we have a sunrise. So the first one was a sunset, and this one is a sunrise. So in the sunrise, this sunrise is actually above the water, so it's really beautiful. So it has a reflection of the sun in the water, and on the horizon, with the line here, we see the sky meeting the water in the background with the orange across the horizon, and then it begins to blend into yellow and then into green and then eventually into blue. It's really beautiful. And then as you go down, I can see a little bit of the city in the background. Yes, it's really beautiful. And that's like a black line, and then it blends into beautiful dark blues, and you can see the waves in the water. That would be such a beautiful picture to paint or to draw or color. Next is a mid-morning picture of the sun where it's hovering over the trees, and it's absolutely beautiful. So when the camera actually took a picture of the sun here, it actually made like a halo around the sun, and it looks like you see little rays coming out of the sun all different directions. That would be a beautiful picture to paint or to draw a color. And you can see a few fluffy clouds at the bottom, kind of like right above the trees. And if you look closely, you can see mountains in the background, and then the sky appears to be light, and it goes up to like a darker color towards the top. So it fades. If you notice, the blues begin to fade into a darker color. So this is a mid-morning picture. This is another mid-morning picture. If you notice, the sky is all one color. It looks like it's like a dusky orange color. And then the sun has this beautiful white color. And then the clouds look like they're kind of like lines, like white lines, and dispersing across the picture. That would be a beautiful color to paint as well, or to draw a color. And then this is a noon picture where the sun is like straight up in the air. It's straight above your head. So at noon, the sun sits high in the sky. It looks white, and the sky looks in the background a blue. And then you can see some fluffy clouds just kind of happily passing by. The next picture is a picture of another noon picture, but this is a high noon picture during the winter time in a winter scene with snow and the beautiful Cap Mountains and the trees and a beautiful fence that goes across someone's land or yard. It's beautiful. And then the sun has this beautiful white effect with the rays coming out of it. That would be such a beautiful picture for you to paint or color. The next picture is a mid-afternoon picture. And in this picture, it's a picture of the sun near a lake. It is absolutely beautiful. And there's the sand with all the footprints in it. And then there's the dark colored lake water with the beautiful mountains across the back scene with very low clouds, fluffy. If you notice, there aren't many clouds in the sky, so it's a beautiful blue background and it fades into dark. And then there are the trees in the background. If you notice, you can't tell the trees are green. You could just use a black marker and make these beautiful trees and just kind of paint around it and then have a white spot up there to represent your sun. That would be so beautiful. Then your next picture is a mid-afternoon. And this picture is in a field of flowers with beautiful yellows. And you know, with field flowers, they come in all colors. So you can make a rainbow of different colors of flowers in the meadow. This is in the afternoon, so the sun is beginning to drop down. And if you notice, the sky is starting to look a little darker, and the clouds are still white and fluffy and kind of evenly dispersed. And this has a few green hills in the background. So this is also a beautiful picture to color with the tall grasses. This is a sunset picture. And in this sunset, the sun is beginning to kiss the tops of the trees in the background. And if you notice that this small tree here, we can't really tell what color it is because at sunset, things begin to have a shadowy effect, and you could just draw with a black marker, make a tree, like an impression of a tree, and then you could create a horizon, a black horizon, and paint a small amount of orange across the top with a light orange peaking for the sun, like it's peaking up, but it's actually going down. And then the light from the sun is beginning to make different reflections across the sky that makes the sky different colors. So those rays from the sun are turning from yellow into a dark blue at the top, and it just kind of fades with different colors. And the clouds are even have that they're reflecting this beautiful orange with a gray color together because they're reflecting off the color of the sky and the sun together. And the next picture is a sunset with this fiery red and orange background with also the black trees. And if you notice, like gray clouds are kind of grayish color, but you can see a little bit of the sun peeking from the bottom. And I do see some birds flying. So this would be such a beautiful picture to paint or draw as well. And that was the last one. So those are the credits at the bottom. So boys and girls, you have plenty of pictures to choose from and select from to inspire you to do your own drawing or your own painting. So I'm excited, and all of first grade is excited to see what you guys come up with. Bye.